Now we are going to have Jerry's sons come up and share their special thoughts of their father, followed by a video which they have put together for this evening.
All right, so, excuse me. For those that don't know me, I'm Ryan, the oldest of the three sons. And I'm speaking on behalf of both my brothers. We kind of tried to merge our thoughts and just, say a few things, and also on behalf of my mother. Leading into this, a week ago, we started started talking about, like, who might be coming to this. And at first, we're like, there might be 25, 50 people. And we're like, wow, that is amazing that he could touch that many people's lives. And then we started hearing rumors like, there could be a couple hundred. There could be 500, 1,000. Soon, like, the rumors were spreading, like, a million, a billion. And I'm like, wait a minute, how many people live in the U.S.? He traveled internationally for some track meets and stuff. There might be some internet. I'm like, okay, let's order 1 billion cream puffs for tonight. That's where we're headed. But really, it's just been amazing. This turnout's great, and it's amazing talking to some of you and just learning some of the stories that you had in sharing with my father. It's just excellent to hear that, and we appreciate the support. One thing that's really come through over and over again in talking with you all is we've heard, Q is a great coach and even better person. And the thing that my brothers wanted to add to this was he was an even better father. And so just in reading those letters and talking with you, we were trying to think, like, if we could somehow verbalize, what made him special. And of course we can't, but we tried to piece together at least a few things that did make him special. And we kind of broke it into a couple things. One is, the rules he lived his life by. And the other was that he was just able to give people a chance. And I think that's kind of a main thing that a lot of people would agree on here. In terms of rules, we thought, growing up, the one thing he told us over and over again, and I don't know if we listened to it all that well, but we've tried, is be nice to people. Just be a good person. A simple rule, sounds really simple, but that's something that he told us over and over growing up. And the second thing is to just be proud of how we lived our life. And that was one thing that he really emphasized in talking with my brothers just in the last month or so. On that first point, just being nice to people, as I said, it's a simple rule, but he really embodied that rule in how he lived his life. He was just a genuine person, and he really practiced what he preached. He was friendly to everybody. I think everyone here can agree that he interacted with them. He was friendly to his boss, he was friendly to his peers, other coaches, athletes, family, friends, the people that worked for him. He'd be in the line at Safeway, friendly to everyone there. He was just a friendly guy. But also, and this is something else that my family wanted to emphasize, is that he made everyone feel special. He would sit down, whoever he happened to be, and he'd give you his full attention, and he'd sit and talk and just wanted to know what you're about and talk things through with you. Now, for us growing up as little kids, we hated this because we were like, come on, we want to go play or move on to the next thing. But that's just a great thing, and I think that's one of the reasons why he was able to touch so many people, and you were able to touch his life as well. And he even touched the lives. So he gave people full attention and was able to touch the lives of even like little kids. I don't know if some of you grew up knowing him when you were really young, or if you had little kids, and you knew he was able to communicate with them because he was fluent in Donald Duck language. I'm sure you've heard him saying that, and apparently that's the language that little kids speak. So, but the second thing, in terms of rules and how he lived his life, is just he emphasized trying to be proud of yourself and how you live your life, and he epitomized this as well. I think we all can agree that he would certainly be proud of how he lived his life. He was a very positive aspect in just many people's lives. Family, friends, athletes, I'm sure everyone that's here today. And he just had a lot of character. And that's one of the main things that made him a great coach and a great role model and a great leader. And actually at West Point, I mean, they have duty, honor, country, and so he fit in extremely well there as well. The last thing that my brothers and I wanted to emphasize is that he really gave people a chance. And I hope some of you that get up here after I'm done talking can kind of vocalize some of the times that he's given you a chance. And just a chance to succeed, to explore your interests in life, and find what you're capable of. And everyone has their own story. For me, I just have a couple short things. I mean, growing up, I was interested in soccer for a short period of time. Well, he got out there, cut a bunch of PVC pipe, threw it in the backyard, built a soccer goal, and he'd be out there playing soccer with us. Of course, when I was really little, this was a story my mom wanted to tell, is he got inflatable weight sets, so we could lift weights with something that's like a fraction of a pound. So that was fun, and I moved up maybe a small bit, but not much since then. And in high school, we wanted to work out early in the mornings. He would get up early, and he'd say, yeah, let's go do that, and he would support us in whatever we wanted to do. Another thing is, well, he was just passionate and enthusiastic about a lot of things. And one of the things that kind of rubbed off on me was he interest in math. So when I was a little kid, I remember we'd be driving around in cars, and he'd have some change in his little cubby hole in his car. And he'd be like, well, if you can, for every car that comes by, if you can add all the numbers on the plate before it disappears, then I'll give you whatever penny or nickel or whatever happens to be in there. And so a little kid, I was excited. I did that all the time, loved it, and it kind of got me interested in doing things. But it was just kind of, he was excited about that. And seeing that excitement really, got me excited about science and just other things. I mean, this is just one example. As I got a little bit older, and he started offering that same deal to Rory, he had to kind of up things a little bit for me, and I had to multiply all these digits in the 5-second window that the car was there. And so, of course, I didn't make any money, and I quit very quickly, but that's how things go. But he was just a passionate person, and that passion was really contagious. And one other example is just track and field. I mean, everyone here, if you're around him enough, you're going to end up being passionate about track. And so he never forced us to do track, but we all, just being around him, ended up loving it. And some of my brothers and I, our favorite memories were just, we'd say, hey, we want to go to the track and work out. And he'd just go there and sit around and watch us do different events each day, hang out. And I think we all played around with decathlon a little bit, and we'd do one, and he'd be like, well, let's plan out what we think we can do for that next decathlon. And so we'd sit there and start writing down some numbers, and he'd write down numbers that we all thought was like, well, how, those are some, but he just had confidence in people, and seeing that confidence just really got you excited and really helped you understand, like, okay, test your limits, what can I do, and really pushed you to achieve what you can. So really going back to what made him special, well, he had a life that he was proud of. He followed those rules of being kind, made people feel special, and he gave people a chance. And before I finish, there's just one other quick story of in the last few weeks, or I guess in the last week, as we were kind of going through all the paperwork that you have to do when someone passes away. We came across a will, and it might have been written like years and years ago. And so all this stuff you had to fill out, and there's one page with tons of lines, full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it's, at your memorial, what would you like people to say? Okay, and so you're thinking like, okay, well, man, this is going to be a long thing, and 2 lines, two partial sentences, pretty much on there, because he's a simple guy, and he said, I have a great family, and remember the good times. And so, yeah, I hope, he may have influenced your life, but just know that he appreciated you, and carry with you these fond memories of this amazing man who was a great coach, a better person, and even a better father. Thanks. brothers pieced together, they spent the last week putting together a video, just clips. Unfortunately, the quality, we're not super tech savvy, but they did a great job, and so I hope you guys appreciate this video.